Good evening and welcome to another episode of What's Happening, What's Up. This is a show once again. I want to tell you that we highlight individuals in the community that's making an impact, positive things that are happening in the community. My co-host is not with me tonight. She's on vacation, Miss Heidi. I want to give shouts out to her, say hi. And tonight I have on my show Mr. Al Rim, President and CEO of Biz List 1000.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
Biz List 1000, y'all new and up and coming in the community. And I ran across you back when you were promoting
Right. Artists.
Yes. Which you still are to a certain extent. And we'll talk more about that later on in the show. But I ran across you, and he's a very innovative and creative individual. He's moved from here to here, and he's still exceeding. I want you to enlighten the people in the community about Biz List. Tell them what your business is about and what you have to offer the community.
Okay. I know that there's an article in the mini update or the Chamber newsletter. We partnered with the Chamber of Commerce in Springfield, and they put an article in there about us, and it really went into detail about our backgrounds. My partner is Edgar Williams, who owns a store in the mall, Creative Creations.
I deal with him quite frequently.
That's probably one of his shirts. But and it really talked about us as a people, how we met and how we put it together, and where we are currently in our lives, so to speak. You know, sort of our background and future. And so I really wanted to take an opportunity to just not skip over that, but just brush over that piece, like who we are, and really go into what the Biz List is, so people in the community can start getting involved and understand the concept and visit our facility that we have in White Oaks Mall. So, without further ado. I'm Al Rim, born, or AKA Albert Rimbert, Springfield, Illinois. I went to Lanford High School, and I was a student president in athletics. I did it all in high school, and then I graduated and went to the University of Houston, which I was on a scholarship for, but I was about to fail out due to antics. Was immature, and you know how it is when you first graduate, 18 years old, out of the city in Houston, and that was the Phi Slamma Jamma those days. You remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we I was telling my age right there, but anyway, so after that I went to the Navy and gained some much needed maturity and was in the nuclear submarine program, and then after the Navy I went back to school. Full scholarship at University of Illinois. So I graduated from University of Illinois with engineering degree, and I went into corporate America for about 15 years. And so in corporate America, I always was confused, or not confused, but just always had that entrepreneurial bug. I was always working on side projects, and I was always a bit annoyed that my knowledge, my expertise, my innovations were going towards million dollar projects, which I was only getting a
small piece.
So once you get that entrepreneurial bug, and everybody's not built for it.
No.
To put it all at risk.
I understand.
It's scary.
Yeah, it is.
But it took a bad situation, which I made into a good situation. And I had bought my big job, finally made it. I was in New Jersey, right on the water, Hudson River, overlooking Manhattan. I was, I would have never...
Top of the world, Mom.
Exactly. I would have never left that scenario unless some crazy things would have happened. And so I was working for a boss. She was a European woman, and they just had a different work ethic than I did. And she didn't really allow me to utilize my skill set. I mean, I had the title of manager, but she wasn't letting me manage. She was micromanage. And it was just something, it was probably just the Lord's will that just caused this conflict, which led to us separating ways. she asked me if I'd like to join another organization just to get out of hers. And I was like, you know what? I'll just take the severance package. And she said, you know what? She said, let me look into it. And she came up with something, and I took it. So I was now sitting on a stack of money, had a little savings. I'm in New York, New Jersey area, and I started up a business. And it was a moving company. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to that area, but most people live in small apartments, and they just move from one house to the next house and the next apartment. They get in one room, they got roommates, and people don't have a lot of stuff. So they don't need van lines or these huge moving companies to move their stuff. They just need the local neighbor that has a truck and a dolly to move their stuff. And so we created a moving company called Young Urban Professionals, and we started with a van. And we were just moving small jobs, and we advertised on a website called Craigslist. And so Craigslist really taught me about how you can list a small business, and the people that cater to that website want that kind of business person to do business for them.
So the market was there.
Oh, it's huge.
I mean, you not only created something, but you tapped into a market that was there, and it was something that individuals needed.
And there was something about our marketing that really got us customers. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the name of the company. I didn't say the full name of the company. It was Young Urban Professionals, but for short, we called it Yup Yup. So we'd answer the phone, Yup Yup, Okay. And so the people were like, who are you? And so we had haters too, people calling, you guys aren't, because we had testimonials on our website. You guys didn't do that for real, hang up. We got phone calls in the middle of the night. We were really successful. And we were running that business. We ended up buying a truck and moving forward that way. And my mother, and this was the negative, sort of, she got diagnosed with cancer, and that brought me back to Central Illinois. And so I got a job. I had to go back to work after my money ran out. It's impossible to run a business from here over there. And even though I had a partner who I thought I could trust,
when the cat's away,
the numbers, I'm like, dude. So I ended up just giving them everything. I was like, you know what? I've done it once, I can do it again.
Exactly.
So, but I was running out of money, so I ended up going to Nestle Foods in Bloomington. And but from day one, they looked at my resume. I was clearly overqualified for the position. And they knew from day one, well, he's not going to be here
that long.
So, I really never got the respect of an employee.
But
even though it was a corporate America, a corporate job, but I never really got the respect that I had in previous jobs. So, but when the opportunity presented itself, I was back and forth, like I was saying, running that entertainment company. I'm doing photos back and forth to Chicago, working with a very talented promotional company. I guess I can give her a shout out.
You might as well. That's how we hooked up with.
I'll come back to that.
Okay.
And so I was working at a club and just taking photos. And you've probably seen the photos in Creative Creations. And so I was trying to innovate on different things, but it wasn't really my passion. I still had all that. I spent like most of the day at Nestle, and I hope this ever gets out. But I was working on my business plan.
National TV.
Oh, I'm sorry. That never happened. But in my mind, I was writing a business plan towards the foundation for Biz List 1000. And so the promotional company was called Christy with an I. And so Christy, she really got me into events and different things where I really got kind of distracted from my real vision, my real goal.
Well, when outside of the promotional thing, when I met you, you and Edgar, y'all were doing websites too, know. I was like, man,
That's a side project at the time.
Right. Multi-talented,
and it was,
man.
And so Edgar was like, man, why are you wasting your time with this promotional? Because, in the entertainment industry, you got a lot of hard heads.
And it's the hype.
Yeah, and it's just, they get you into trouble. I've
been there too.
They can get you into trouble. So he's like, I was like, man, you're not ready for what my real passion is. You're not ready for it. I said that for months. He's like, man, what do you mean I'm not ready for it? I said, I don't know if your mind can really grasp
and look,
what I'm about to tell you.
Y'all joint heirs now, right?
And so, And so one day I said, we sat down for a Saturday, and I laid it out for him, and it took a while. I mean, he was like, I don't know, and the whole concept, it's not, you can't be explained to you in one sitting,
Right.
and really understand. I'm gonna summarize it, but if you really get to how the business plan is written out and how you're going to grow over the next few years, really to lay that out to somebody is a formidable task. But Biz List 1000 really was based on a foundation of Craigslist, which allows companies to list their business in different categories, similar to an online classified.
Yeah, I was going to say
Right,
online or
classified.
the yellow pages or something like that.
And there's a lot of people successful using Craigslist. And I thought, I'm using this, and every time a customer called said they saw me on Craigslist, I was thinking, I'd pay for this service, and I'd pay $1, I'd pay $5, I'd pay whatever, because it actually brings me customers. So I was thinking, what if you added some value to make people want to pay? They're used to a free service, but to make it a service that people would pay for, add a little value to it. And so I brainstormed around that, what are the upcoming trends? And I came up with the coupon thing. And so an internet coupon combined with a business listing. And I thought, you know what, let's call it the Biz List. And so that's where I sat down with Edgar, told him about the Biz List, told him about the internet coupon, explained to him, imagine a world where you can go to a website, search a different category. Like, I'm looking for shoes today. Get all the companies in the list that have shoes and see coupons for shoes. Stacey Adams, I always, had to shout out the Stacey. Nikes, Air Force Ones, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Jordans. I was like, that would get the consumer excited. Go to a website where it's all about the consumer, all about discounts. But on the flip side, it's also about the business person, in that from a huge franchise, corporate, Macy's type, Bergner's type, Finish Line type organization, to a small business that's just local, barely making $50,000 a year. It's got a local foundation of customers, don't have much money for advertising. It all puts everybody on the same level playing field. You can't pay me more to get your name listed faster, bigger, more predominant. Everybody's on the same field. When I type in lawnmowers, if you sell lawnmowers out of your garage and Sears, you guys are going to come up in the same plane. So it's really about the small business, because it's helping them compete with big business. And a lot of times people like to cater to the small business. And one of the things that I wanted to let people know in this broadcast is that it's not only small business, but it's also what I call the micro business. People that just have hobbies. I'm a handyman. I'm on the side, I can fix your plumbing. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to call so-and-so that's going to charge me $95 an hour when Jesse across the street, I found him on the list. So that was sort of the concept, to really help from the micro businessman, small businessman, and the big business all compete in the same playing field. And so that was the exciting concept. And then we met, and so through discussion, we were working out of Edgar's store in the mall. I was like, man, I need to get an office. I mean, this is really getting out of control. It's getting exciting. I was like, where are we going to get an office, And so we, played with the concept. And then I was thinking, wait a minute, why not here in the mall? And at first, I have to say, it was just going to be an office. And I was like, comes to the Springfield Stallions, they had an office and kind of a gift store there. And so then we got to thinking, I was like, wait a minute, why couldn't people come to our store and get coupons from the website? There's people out there don't have a computer, don't have a printer, you know what I'm saying? We can get mall traffic that didn't even know we existed and introduce them to the concept. So that's when the coupon store was born. We took a business plan, went and met with the general manager of White Oaks Mall, and she tried to hold back her excitement. I mean, because we really talk about marketing and promoting the businesses in the mall. And she went for it all in. And she paid for all the merchants in the mall to get on our list on a 6-month trial. And so that really gave us a leg up. Talk about entering the market with a bang. You go to my website, it ain't cheesy. It ain't, Jerry's, lawn care. It's Macy's and Bergner's and, the real heavy hitters. in the marketplace are in the website right now.
So how's the business doing thus far? I mean, are you getting a lot of hits on the website?
All the hits have exploded because of our partnership with the Chamber of Commerce. We have a banner ad on the Chamber, but we also have partnered with myfoxspringfield.com. And so Fox, they're spending a great sum of money over the next 3 or 4 months advertising the fact that they got this new website. And this new website is piggybacking on the same concept that I'm utilizing, and that's a local business endeavor. The days of really a national site are kind of going away, and people are coming back to what can I want to search right here in town.
Right,
I'm not going to California, and I don't want to wait 3 days for you to mail it to me. Where can I want to, service companies right in my area. And so My Fox Springfield has local news, local entertainment, local weather. And so it's a spinoff from FoxNews.com, My Fox Springfield. And so they're spending $50,000 or so per month advertising this new website. And since I was one of the first people to hop on board as an advertiser for them or with them, they're at the end of their commercial saying, brought to you by our friends at BizList1000.com. And so
more
really,
advertising.
yeah, I mean, that's really what blew up our numbers. And so over the weekend was like one of the first days they had ran that commercial, and the hits just and the word of mouth and so forth. But we really haven't really pressed the whole getting it out, the word into the community just yet, because we could have done it much better. But we didn't want to put the cart before the horse. There's nothing more frustrating than going to a website that claims to have certain services and they're not there.
Yeah, right,
so I don't want to go to a coupon website and there's no coupons.
Right.
So we're sort of, building that foundation, slowly but surely. And every customer we get, with every store we get, every small business we get, it adds value to the site. The more commercials, the more coupons are in the site, the more value the site is. And so that's our theory. We want to add that value and then put the word out. And so when the word gets out, when you see this telecast, Biz List 1000 will be booming.
So what you gonna do? You gonna be like YouTube? Later on, sell it for about 30 billion or 30 million?
I told that guy, I said, we're going to do 2 years to $1 million, 5 years to $1 billion.
That sounds good.
It's in the business plan.
As long as you break a brother off. So.
Yeah, well, look out for me when is the camera on?
Yeah. No, but man, I'm proud of you guys because we go back. We got a history, not only with you, Edgar. I mean, and it's motivating for myself and the other individuals that's out there, for you to brainstorm and be, catapult. So,
yeah, for sure. And we want to put everybody on the list. The entertainment companies of the world, of local, the bars and nightclubs.
Right.
Everything is on the list.
Also, you gave me a list earlier about the entertainment.
Right.
Can you give us a little rough?
So it's rare that artists, independent artists, local rappers, hip hop.
But a lot of them are doing that MySpace thing. So
right, that's true.
Give them a comparison to what the Biz List, and
we like to compare it to, like, you're on MySpace. It's sort of like being in a and I don't want to insult anybody that's a huge MySpace player. And there are some people that are having tremendous success with MySpace. But we look at it as when you're ready to get serious about your product and service or your talent and skills, you get a real website, and we can help you with that. And so we're designing artist pages. We got several artist pages, and we can cook them up to allow them to sell their music on their site, have a little player in there. And we can design without the commercialism and all the banner ads. It's a straight site, and it can be all about you, And we put it under our umbrella, similar to MySpace, bizlist1000.com/whatever artist name it is. And so it's similar to MySpace, that concept, but we like to look at it as, when you're ready to get more serious, because you can actually earn advertising dollars from your site by putting banner ads. And so you start really working the business and understanding the concept of internet and how you can market and promote yourself.
So, in a nutshell, what you're saying is they can earn money from advertising with you guys?
Absolutely. We call it the only website that pays you back. So and so to piggyback on that, we want to start an independent music corner in our showroom. And I haven't really talked about the store in the mall that much, but we use the showroom. We have a back office, which is where we do our sales and marketing and, our think tank. And in the front, there's a showroom that anybody on our list can put their products and services in our showroom. At any given point, you might find Sears in there, Harley Davidson, Dane's Discounts got a four-wheeler.
Right, I see.
You know what I'm saying? And so, the clothing stores, tennis shoes, whatever. We like to keep it diverse, and we like to keep it full of products and services. And so we're opening up an independent music corner so an artist can put their, CD cover there and give us some sample music to pass out when people, see the CD cover or hear their music playing in the store. We like to be able to say, hey, you like that? Here's a free sample of their music. So it's giving them mall traffic exposure, which they would normally never have, because you're not going to get your CD in FYE typically. No disrespect to FYE, but independent artists have a challenge,
right.
To get their music heard and seen
marketing.
and radio play and all
right.
those things. So we just decided that we were going to try to assist, and that's another way we can help the community. And so to get in the independent music corner, you need to have a CD cover with some artwork, a sample, some 30 samples of music that you'd like us to pass out,
30
and
seconds.
one clean 30 samples.
30 samples?
Yeah, I got to
you
pass
mean
your CDs out.
product?
Yeah, 30 samples of your product. And then a clean version of one of your songs so we can play it in the store. And we're only charging $100 a month for that. And so that's giving you, some exposure. Every Saturday we're going to have, just all afternoon, we're going to play independent music, keep you in rotation and so forth. And so we're going to be adding also plasma TV to the showroom. So we're going to be able to play music videos, also commercials from some of our sponsors. And so that's one of the things we're doing.
Well, I'm just curious. You were saying that the artist, this is the only website that pays you back.
Exactly.
I want to get paid. How so?
You promote, different things. Let's say you promote talent or comedy shows or whatever that you do. And in your flyers, you passed out 5,000 flyers and tell them to come to your website on bizlist1000.com. I can show statistics saying that after every event or during the event promotion time frame, your website's receiving a certain amount of hits. You can go to advertisers like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or whatever, and get marketing sponsored dollars because they want their logo on your web page, which is receiving a tremendous amount of traffic. And so we can get those statistics for you to help you sell your site. Exactly. And so that's how we can say, with one advertiser, it can be in trade out or it could be in cash money. But somehow, you can pay for itself. Not to mention the fact that your products are going to get this exposure your products will get.
Well, that's one of the reasons that I've got this show here, and it's to give exposure to individuals like yourself, artists, and people that's making some sort of impact in the community. And
I had another shout out.
Okay.
Bright Futures Lawn Care. You heard of them?
No.
It's these two boys. They're like 12, and their dream is to cut lawns in the summer and save up for college. And so we're working on their website and marketing and promoting these guys because it's exciting.
You're giving them sponsorship.
Yes. And
that's excellent. Excellent.
And so we're trying to not raise money. We're trying to get them more lawns to cut.
Right.
We're trying to get people to sign up. Their prices are reasonable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's for a great cause.
And they're trying to go to Morehouse, too?
They're trying to go to Morehouse?
Yeah.
It don't even matter what school they go to.
They can come.
They're going to have a nice little nest egg.
You need to give me their number. I got some grass for them to
See
cut.
what I'm saying? And so they're Bright Futures Lawn Care. You can find their website on bizlist1000.com/brightfutures, or maybe it's BFLC. Bizlist1000.com/BFLC. And so those guys are really sharp, and their dad is he's a go-getter, and they've already received a couple grants, and and some donations from some of the vendors, sponsors there, which I can't say because it's not official just yet. By the time this airs, it'll probably be official though. But they've got some lawnmowers donated, and they've got some cash donations. But it's just the 2 kids now, but they've got 7 kids in the wake, wanting to join the program, but you got to have the lawns to support it to get that income. And with every lawn and every kid, you need more, accessories, more equipment. And so, come check it out.
I'm gonna work with you on this.
Come holler at me and get them the exposure that they need so they can be successful. But they're going to set up shop in our store. And it'll probably have already passed by the time this airs, but we're going to do a poster session which is going to describe their whole program. Okay. I mean, when you read about these characters, where they came from and where they're going, you can't help but participate.
Well, I'll be doing another shoot in July, so
okay, we'll get them on here.
Try to bring them in. Then you have a little bit of some of their stuff, what they're doing. Yeah, we'll put it out there. That's what's happening.
That's what it's all about.
That's what's up. So, on that note, we want to thank you for coming out, man. I really appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
And we'll be back. This is what's happening. What's up?
Peace.